This Friday on YouPlug. And December, and we just want to get this over and done with because I'm back.
This is you. Now I'm saying yeah, now I'm here. You are here. For me, Christmas means love and forgiveness.
Are you saying this is what informs how you love your spouse?
It found me a messy person, not perfect. You break them into pieces until they have...
Does this love ignore the red flags?
Oh, what you have promised on that day when you say, I do.
I do. Hey,
You have to continue doing
I have to do. And God delivered. So how does that translate into... I must deliver.
Yes. I want to be angry for a long time. I want not to forgive. And say, but you say you are Christian.
Yeah.
And so what? Because so what? That's that.
Hi friends and family, welcome to YouPlug.
Yeah.
Welcome to the plug that keeps you plugged in. You know that we are here, Bekele Beke.
Yes,
I
sure.
am Mac. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. I'm a child of the Most High God. Blessed and highly favored, a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a nation belonging to God to declare the praise of Him who has called me out of darkness into the wonderful world of relationships. And December. And we just want to get this over and done with because I'm back. Why did it look like I wanted to do this?
No. This is you. Now I'm saying yeah, now I'm here. You are here.
Welcome to our space. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications so that every time we post, you are notified of content. Beke, the Beke, and I'm not alone.
Yes. Good evening, friends and family. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas together with your loved ones, and also a Happy New Year. And if you are here for the first time, you do not know who this guy is. Nagi opa wagaramalagana kumnari nomsudu wakatrafasa washa drogatagazi ngingikden kamazulu kamrumla tuturusa gigwablo betu tabature maro mutu lukomali tswane buda komu utware mutu. And as always, friends, I'm electrified, Meg. I'm always excited to be in the space, and I hope that you pluggers as well are excited. Thank you very much for engaging our previous episodes as we were dealing with breaking unhealthy relationship patterns. We actually, because it was tense, we had to break even that episode into two, so that we can get to digest what are those unhealthy relationship patterns, and we want to continue next time with that. But today it's different. I mean, a day from now, it's Christmas, Saturday, and then Sunday it's Christmas. Do you have Christmas clothes, Mike?
Christmas clothes.
And did you buy Christmas clothes and stuff?
Why are you exposing me? What if I say yes?
Yeah, no, it's your vibe. I'm not here to kill your vibe. If it's your vibe, it's your vibe. I'm not here to kill your vibe. Yes, yeah. I mean, this is a big holiday. I mean, literally everyone, almost everyone is celebrating this, and people are celebrating it differently. As for those who do not know, I mean, we are a Christian platform. Our Christian worldview inform how we engage with the YouPluggers and how we just do our day-to-day life. And today we just want to kind of briefly explain what Christmas means to each of us and how that translates into how we do relationships, because oksalayo relationships must be mentioned, and we have to, because we are here for that. We are here for relationships. We are here to build. We are here to build families and societies and stuff like that, and we are here for that, friends. So yeah, I think, Mac, I'm going to pass this one to you.
Hey.
We are celebrating this big holiday. Everyone is observing it. Well, almost everyone in their own way. And I don't want to assume that everyone understand what Christmas is. Well, other people wouldn't bother to even want to understand, but because we are Christians, and we are Christians because of Christmas, we kind of want to explain a little bit of that and how that translates into how we relate with how I relate with my wife and Mac to his wife and maybe how we should relate to one another. If you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, or if you are engaged or if you are married, how does,
or if you're still looking and
or if
trying
you're still
to
looking, yes, how does this
impress.
filter how you select your choices? So Meg, let's start with you. What does Christmas mean to you? I need to ask you those two questions so that you can answer them one after the other.
Okay.
What does Christmas mean to you personally, and how does that translate into how you do relationship with your wife?
Hey, you're making this sound like I think about Christmas and then I apply it in my relationship.
Maybe.
The long and short of it is that Christmas to me, it means God fulfilling His promise to humanity, and that's through the person of Jesus. And Christmas, I mean, it basically revolves around the birth of this Jesus. And when He came in history, it was not his first appearance, if I may say. It was not a new concept, but He was promised, and on the day then God delivered. So how does that translate into my relationship? Is that I must deliver what I promise.
Yes, I mean that's a point. That's a powerful one, actually. That's a powerful one.
But at least one aspect of the relationship that I value among many other aspects is following up on my promises. Not just the promises of whether I'm going to buy something that I promised, but relationships expose parts of you that you do not want to. Sometimes you do not want to change, like we talked about patterns. Parts of you that you do not want to. You don't want them exposed, and you are comfortable with them. And if I say that I'm going to change it for the sake of the health of this relationship, I need to deliver on that.
Oh, that's powerful, man. That's powerful.
No, I know.
Delivering the expectations. But that can be tricky.
Wait, before I see you're trying to move forward. Let's come to your understanding of Christmas.
No, I'm just taking in what you are saying, because I'm acknowledging it. I'm acknowledging that that's powerful. Being a man of your word, that you have to. What you have promised on that day when you say I do. Hey. You have to continue doing.
I have to do.
You have to continue doing.
And sometimes it's daunting.
And also maybe even on your line, Meg, that heavy burden, but also beautiful in how it's demonstrated through Christ and His relationship with the church. The loving your wife as He loved the church, and following through that love that comes with patience and what and what not.
Is this your understanding of Christmas now?
No.
Oh,
I'm just following up.
Okay.
I'm just following up. I'm still coming. I'm
waiting for the nuggets. Come through.
There's no nuggets. For me, what it means to what Christmas means to me, well, you have already summed it up. It's the celebration of the coming of the Savior coming into the world of humanity to save us from our own distractions or our destructive nature. I mean, we speak about this concept of sinful nature, which is, in summary, natural inclination towards having your way.
Okay.
Generally, when we are not tamed, and that's the nature I'm talking about, we incline towards wanting to please self, wanting to please me looking out for number one, because that's what also what the world tells us. But for me, Christmas, the coming of of Jesus, it's two things, and I will explain what that means in context of my relationship. One is the celebration of the perfection of God's timing. Galatians 4:4 says, when time had fully come, God sent his son.
Okay.
I mean, the unfolding of events there that led to that perfection of time. For me, that's another next level of craftsmanship. How all this unfolded and coming to that point. For me, it's the perfection of God's timing, that when I'm celebrating this particular event, I'm celebrating God's faithfulness and in following through his word, what he said he will do, and eventually bringing a savior.
Okay.
But also for me, going back to the point that I have raised of, generally, I want to have things my own way. And for the most part, it has to do with that initial, that sinful desire, that natural inclination of wanting to have your own way. And even sometimes, even in my relationship, it's because of this message of Christmas that keeps on reminding me that, dude, you can't always want to have your own way. So when Christ comes and forgive and deals with that sinful nature of wanting to have things your way all the time. For me, Christmas, it's there that I've been sent a savior who saved me from my own distraction, which then distracts other people as well. So for me, that's what it means. And in relation to my wife, it's because that translates into the forgiveness of sin.
Okay.
This original sin, the forgiveness of sin and patience. So for me, that's what I'm taking, even in how I relate to my wife.
Okay.
The patience and forgiveness, that the message of and love. I mean, the beauty of love. How God extends His love to us.
Okay.
How we should. How I should continue to love my wife, but also forgiving, because that was the main. He will save His people from their sins. That was the main mandate why He's coming, and for me, saving me from sin. Knowing that my life is lived within this context, and I am trying to please Him before I please my wife.
Sure.
And as long as I'm good with Him, I will be good with my wife. So for me, that's what it translates into.
So in one sentence, what would you say?
Forgiveness.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, Christmas means love and forgiveness.
Love and forgiveness. So are you saying that the love that God shows towards you is what informs how you show love to
how I show love to my wife?
Okay.
Yes, I mean, for God so loved the world that He gave His Son. So that those love and forgiveness always go together. Sometimes we incline towards loving, and forgiveness is another story. So for me, that love of God to me. And the understanding of that love of God to me, to an extent that He sent me a Savior to save me, so that I will be a better person for Him and for my wife. I need to then reciprocate the same to my wife. I need to love and be willing to forgive her as well.
That's a lot.
And it is.
It is a lot. I'm thinking if when you say God extending His love to you.
Yeah.
I think the proper picture of that, because we see that you look innocent, but God loving you, He was not loving an innocent being.
Yeah.
He was not loving a well put together person,
Yeah,
somebody who is messed up, somebody who does not even. So are you saying this is what informs how you love your spouse?
Yes, I mean, the understanding that love, when it comes to me, it found me a messy person, not perfect, doing one thing and opposing it. On the other hand, for me, knowing that that Savior extended that kind of love. I have no grounds to hold grudges. I mean, because I want to have my way, I want to do that. I want to be angry for a long time. I want not to forgive.
Yeah.
I want to stay in that anger so that she can feel that what she did to me was wrong. But when I think of that, the Savior extending that kind of love to me, and just think of, if there's one person who knows you better than anyone, it's you. You know yourself even when you are not putting a show. Or I'm just a messed up person who was saved by grace. So when I understand that that love of God is extended to this messed up person just as I am, and embracing me, I have no grounds not to embrace my wife, because anyway I have chosen to love her as is. And I mean, a person does not come with as a buffet. You don't pick and choose what you like and what you don't like about them. And God is the same with God, I think, for me.
I mean, the more you speak and we expound on this, I think I've got even more. I think now for the better part, we've been talking to people who are already in relationships. I'm thinking about the one who is in pursuit. What are we saying to them? There are red flags. Do they just love and just go in because God has?
No. That's why.
Does this love ignore the red flags?
Oh no, God's love never ignored that as well. God's love never ignored red flags as well. I mean, God loves. I mean, that's even inconsistent with His justice. Because of His justice, He does not ignore sin. But because of His love, He forgives sin.
Okay.
So He does not ignore that. So for me, what I'm saying to someone who is in pursuit, and you are in a space where you have acknowledged this love, and you see that this you have acknowledged this love of God to you, and you see a fellow person who is on a different path than the one you are in.
Okay.
You have to lovingly let them go. Yes, you have to lovingly let them go, because that's the process of dating. If you are dating and you are discovering that we are not in the same journey, or because relationships we have to communicate expectations, and your expectations are not being met, you have to lovingly step aside. Not. Here's the thing, Mac. Sometimes the way of doing that is very cruel. You ridicule the person. You name and shame. You break them into pieces until they forget their self-worth.
Okay.
That's not how you should do it. Okay. When you discover, for me, that this thing is not serving us both well, you have to lovingly step aside and cut. Cut. I don't know. What's your thinking?
I mean, I don't know. It's a matter of applying wisdom too. It's not. It's not. There are things, and I mean, there are preferences.
Yeah, sure.
I think there's a difference between what red flags that are preferences, and red flags that are that are. I don't even know how to label it. In that, and I mean, it differs from person to person. Like I have, like for me, my red flag was that if you are not in a relationship with God, there's no wisdom about it.
Yeah. You don't want to discuss any wisdom. It's.
But if let's say I don't have a child, and then the person I'm pursuing has a child. There's negotiation around that.
Yeah, sure.
So that's just it for me. That one needs to identify. Where exactly.
Yeah, I think for me, I was speaking more of characters, the character that one portray, than all the other nitty-gritties that you have mentioned now, like whether they love God or not, whether they have kids or not. I think those are stuff for me. depending on my preference,
Sure.
like you have said, yes, we can negotiate around that. But if it's ill treatment, if it's disrespect, if it's disregard, if it's name calling and all of those things, for me it's cut. I say vale. Yeah. So for me, I think that's the stuff that we can negotiate, as you have said, but there's stuff that are very fundamental to who we are and what we do.
Sure.
So those stuff cannot be they cannot be negotiated. I think you have to lovingly step aside, love them from a distance as the image of God, but not as one you want to invest your life with,
Sure.
in or build life with. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
And I think that's an important point in that, I mean, we sometimes tend to equate loving with taking on
Yeah.
all of these things.
Yeah, nonsense.
Nonsense. And you don't have to be blackmailed into that.
No, other people will do that and say, but you say you are a Christian.
Yeah.
And so what? So what? Does this mean I have to take on? Just that we are not condoning violence. Jesus took the shambok. No. Let's leave that out. But yeah, so what?
Yeah.
So what?
Friends and family who would like to hear from you. What does Christmas mean to you, and how does it inform how you do relationships? And I think you can leave it up in the comment section and even in our socials. Maybe we can expand more on what you're saying, because we'd like to hear your thoughts and views, because I think there are many things to unpack around Christmas.
Oh yeah, sure, for sure. So yes, thanks, Mac. I appreciate your questioning, man. It's coming through. That's very
this is YouPlug.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Thanks, man. I always enjoy having these conversations with you, but also I would also love to learn and hear from YouPluggers. Friends and family, thank you very much for tuning in. We hope that you will have a fantastic Christmas with your family and loved ones, and we hope that you will engage and share this engagement, this episode, and invite others to come and watch too. So from the two of us, remain plugged, remain connected. Ciao. Yes. So what, man? So what? But you're a Christian. So what? Am I supposed to put on with nonsense in the name of being a Christian? No.
You're touched.
No.
Experience.
I know people who like to blackmail me. But you are a Christian. How can you do this? How can you do? What does that mean? Am I supposed to put on with what you are doing? I never.